What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Keith and in today's video we're going to be looking at and going a little review of the 4TB version of the Kinhank X5 Pro Android TV / retro gaming console. So let's get on with the show. So you may be thinking, what the hell is that? Okay, let's give it a quick breakdown in simple terms. This is a small console Android box from Kinhank which comes with either the console itself or you can buy it with a 4TB hard drive chock full of games and you can play it on the console. It has a large number of embedded hardware engines, supports up to 8K at 60 frames per second, along with having Android 12 running on the system, and it has 8GB of DDR4 RAM too. If you opt for the 4TB version, like I did, then you get the console, the 4TB hard drive, along with a power adapter, a braided 8K HDMI cable, SATA 3 cable for the hard drive, and a Bluetooth remote control which you can use as an air mouse too. The X5 Pro also comes with the GameCert T3 gamepad, which is a nice addition and great quality compared to the fake PS2 controllers that I've seen online and some of the older Kinhank consoles. This can be bought direct from Kinhank's website for $350, which is about £280 in the UK. I got mine from Kinhank on AliExpress for only £202, as there was a sale ongoing which had a massive saving, I have to say. May seem a little bit pricey for some people, but bear in mind that this is a plug-in and go console which comes with 4TB worth of games already on the hard drive, so you should have a lot of games to play from straight away as long as you just plug it in and you're good to go. This is my first ever plug-in and play style games console that I've ever purchased, and for the price I was a bit hesitant to do so, but after seeing a couple of reviews and YouTube videos I went for it to see what it was like. In the past I've used a Raspberry Pi to set up an emulator / ROM small PC. I plugged in the TV to use, but sometimes it was a chore to set up and to add new games to it and actually play it too. I hadn't done it for a while and there was always updates and stuff, but I wanted to get back into the retro gaming again, so I pulled the plug on this one. So what do you get with your package? You'll get the box with the console inside of there, instructions and a polystyrene box which has the hard drive in. You also get the controller in a box, and as I'm in the UK it came with an all-in-one international adapter. So right off the bat you may have noticed the 4TB hard drive connected to the device using the SATA cable on the side of the console, and it's just there. I would have loved to have some sort of extra compartment, even if it made the console larger, as it doesn't look the best, I don't think. I think I may look into getting a dock for this and connecting it to see how that looks and see if it's any cleaner when using it, just rather than having the cable running between the two. That was the only thing which was off-putting for me getting this originally, but I did bite the bullet and I can sort of get away with that negative. So let's jump over to Past Me, where I unbox the system and set it all up. You'll notice too that I have additional setup option, which is a portable recording hard drive which I've used to shoot the output from the device for the video, so it's in high quality. If you want a video on this, then let me know and I'll be happy to shoot something on that as well. What it is, how I use it, and different features of it and stuff like that. Thanks future me. Now we're on the unboxing, so we'll take a look at what we've got. So as we said, this is the box that the console comes in. So we'll take this off, and you have the user manual there. You have the Kinhank box, which is there. Looks quite nice. The side's got a nice matte finish, so it's not as smooth as you'd expect. And then in the rest of the box we have the other stuff here. So we have the remote which you can use, and you probably use it as the mouse. We have the power lead here, and like I said, we have the adapter so we can have it in the UK plug. We have the hard drive cable and also an 8K HDMI lead. This is the adapter here. So we'll get it opened up. Comes in a nice little bag there. It's got like a lock and unlock, and see here it's got Europe, so if you need the 2-prong you can use that, and also the UK one. So I assume I unlock it. That's the UK plug, and I can just plug the system in there. Also got the hard drive with it. It says please connect the hard drive to the console first, then turn on the power to avoid the console not being able to recognize the hard drive. So we'll connect the hard drive first before we even turn the power on or connect the power. So there we go, there's the 4TB hard drive that we got with it. And last but not least, we've got the controller. And on the thing it says Before starting the game, please set the correct mode for the controller. At the same time, press Home and X for PC, Xbox 360 mode. At the same time, press Home and A for Android mode. Please play in Android mode. So before we start the game and use this on the console, we'll have to press Home A for Android. So this is the controller here. This is the GameSir controller that you got with it, and I've heard really good reviews online about it, so I'm looking forward to getting this out and having a use and see what it's like. So in the packaging you get the controller here, you get the little USB dongle for it, so you can use that. There's a USB cable, so I assume you'll be able to plug it in and use it and charge it up. And then there's the controller itself. Just there, feels quite nice. Feels a bit like a PS4 controller. It's quite weighty as well, so should be quite nice to use. That's the unboxing. Let's get it all hooked up. So essentially, this is what we need. So we have the console here, and the hard drive. So we'll just get the hard drive. So we've got the hard drive here and the cable. So we're just going to plug that end in. As you can see there, that's connected in. And then in the side of the box itself, you see there is the connector as well. So we'll just plug that one in. So that's the hard drive connected as stated. And as we said, like, the only downside for me is the whole having the hard drive separate. Like, surely you could just make a case just to enclose them both in, but you know, maybe something for the future for them. Have the power lead here, so the DC in, so that's going to go in there. We will take the so we have the UK plug there, so that goes in there and the UK plug will work. Have the HDMI lead, but for this instance when we're doing it, I'm just going to plug it into the this clear click here, just so we can see. And I will also take the little controller USB, plug this in. So on the bottom there's the cables plugged in and good to go. So let's see, we'll plug this in. Just brought it over this side, just so I can put it on the TV over here. So on the screen you should be able to see the recording as well with the Kinhank. So there's the splash screen which has come up. There we go, it's loaded up with the loading screen. So I've had to press the button down on the controller, that's made the controller turn on. And now I can go around and look at the different things. So we have settings here. We'll look in device preferences. So we have the display here, so obviously HDMI. We have the about, the Bluetooth, date and time, keyboard and autofill. So we have all those different options for that. Display and sound. So text scaling, match content frame rate, advanced display settings. So allow game mode, that sort of thing. So the main thing which we need here is this Pegasus key. So we're just going to load this up now and see how it is. So Pegasus is now loading. And as it's the first time loading up, it may take a while to load up because it's sort of, as we said on the document for the hard drive, it's loading up the games and the things from the hard drive just to sync it all with the system. The controller does feel quite nice. It's got the matte finish to it, so it doesn't feel too silky smooth like it's going to fall out of your hands, but it just feels nice to the grip. And like I said, it's sort of similar to a PS4 controller. The only thing you're missing is like your button further down here, it's further up, and obviously your touch bar at the top where it's got your buttons. So, and now we'll just skip forward. Well, it skipped itself. I was going to say we'll skip forward till when the Pegasus is loaded up, but it made a big jump there. But we'll skip to the end anyway. That looks like it's gone to the end, so we'll see. And as we've done here, this is loaded up straight away with the PS2. So it's got like your 007s and obviously in alphabetical order. Use the L1 and R1 to switch between the different sort of emulators as such, the different things. Yeah, Neo Geo, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 64, NSX. As you can see here, it's got like the logo off to the side, and at the bottom it's got a little video of the game playing as well. I think some of them have it, some of them don't, it all depends. So there's loads of games on, and like this one here I've noticed is a duplicate, so Chessmaster, it's on twice. We'll go down like these ones, look, no, it's number 4, it's a different one. Donkey Kong, Double Dragon, Dr. Mario, that seems to be duplicate as well. And we just press A, that starts it. So yeah, that's loaded up now, that's got the big Nintendo screen on there of a one-player game. So you press start, yeah. So we'll have a slow speed just to get into it. I used to play this all the time and I used to love it. But we'll see if I'm any good at it still. So as you can see, it's very similar to Tetris. So you just have to sort of link the pills up, and once you do that, you'll be able to eliminate them. So like so. Do another one, that's there 4. That gets rid of them, goes down, does the next one, blah blah. You continue like that. Then if I press the middle button, maybe? Nope, middle button does nothing. Turbo does nothing. Start. You press start and select. Yeah, so press start and select twice, and that goes back to the main screen. If you press start, it brings up the side button for your settings and your help. So we're going to settings. So we've got British English, so I'll change that to that. You've got the theme, Kinhank or Pegasus Grid. You've got the change the controls here, change the gamepad layout. You got game directories, Game Boy Advance. Capcom, there's another duplicate there, Kings of the Round, but then this is Worlds 911127, I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, loads of different emulators to play, so we've got like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Blockout, loads of different stuff, so we'll go through some of these later on and just sort of try out, see the emulator, see all the games that's with it and stuff like that. So then again, you can exit Pegasus and go onto this, and it was saying in here you have all the different apps, so you can have your Disney Plus, your Chrome and stuff like that, have your Chick. You got your RetroArch, so you can go in there, and that's another sort of different thing that you can use as well. So when you go in your settings here, you have some advanced settings, and if you go in here, you've got a default launcher. So instead of the MS launcher, which loads up the Android system, which we've seen here, you can set this to Pegasus K, so that'll load up Pegasus straight away for you. So if you want to just plug it in, get right into it, then that's good for that. There's quite a lot of interesting games as well, like the Anna Kournikova tennis and stuff like that, Apocalypse. And then there's like Arc the Legend, Arcade Party Pack, 3D Pool. I used to love 3D Pool, I used to love playing that. So that's a quick look at it, and we'll head back to future me to talk about it. Once this is all set up and switched on, the main interface that the system has is fairly simple. You got the main screen, so where you can remove and add apps so they're easily accessible for whenever you want them. You can also head into the apps folder and look for the standalone emulator or app to run and use if you don't want to use the Pegasus front-end system. But for this video, I'm probably going forward, when using the system, I'll be using the Pegasus app just for ease, and it's just really nice. When you first open up the Pegasus app, it'll scan your hard drive and populate the platforms available with all of the games, and once it's done, it's got a nice look to it and it's very easy to navigate around, I think. You'll be able to see along the top of the screen that you have all of the platforms, and under each one, when you select one, you'll have all of the games there which have the box art, and some of the games have videos too. Each platform also shows a number count of how many video games are under each platform. As I went for the 4TB version, there's a whole bunch of games, and when looking through, there's loads of games that I know that I love and just can't wait to play again. And there's also loads that I've never even heard of before, so we'll see how many of those I actually go through and play. And from what I can see, there's not too many duplicates going through all of the collection either, which is always a bonus. I've gone through and changed some personalized settings on the console for things such as viewing games in widescreen format rather than the original format of a square or 3x4 or whatever for certain consoles and games, but that's down to personal preferences, as some people may love the nostalgia format and keep it at that. For the games that I've tried and used, they seem to run fine and don't have any glitching or frames dropping, but I have heard that the GameCube and Wii stuff has that, but I've not played those games yet. I do love the controller too. It feels nice in the hands and really nice to use for playing games, so that's a bonus too. The system overall is a very capable retro gaming device, and I can see myself using this quite a lot just to chill and relax with, and I can't wait to shoot more content with the console and take on some game challenges too. The biggest downfall for me personally is the hard drive and how it's just sat there on top of the console. It just looks messy and not as presentable as I'd like to have hoped with it. But like I said, I might look into getting a dock to host it and seeing how that looks and performs. I think it's a fantastic little box though, and would recommend that to people. The price may seem a lot, but for having a device which is already set up, ready, just to plug in and play, and also having all of the games on the hard drive, so you don't need to source these, add them into folder structures, etc. It just makes things super easy and super accessible for anyone wanting to play some retro games. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's anything that I've missed out or you want covered or shown in a future video, then please leave a comment below to let me know, and I'll try my best to shoot that content for you. And until next time, see ya.